So all that work that we did doing this new intake setup, it's now got to all come back off. I've had some parts arrive, which means I got to get down to here. I've got a bit of a leak coming from around the turbo area, so it could be manifold or turbo. I'm hoping it's just a gasket that's gone out. So I've got new manifold gaskets and turbo gaskets, new manifold bolts. How many of these bolts are gonna have a party with me? Not too bad, it came out quite easily. I'm confused what else is holding it on. How am I gonna get anything into that? That's a stupid bolt. So there's pretty much no way for me to get to that last bolt for this heat shield without at least getting the turbo off from the manifold. So we're gonna have a bit of fun trying to wrestle that one. Can't fit on that. Alright, so we'll be able to get those top two at least. And then these next ones are gonna be interesting, particularly this bottom one down here. Nope. That was not done up very tight. Come on, fit down there. Fit down there. Just be good for me. And that's definitely not fitting there either. How the heck does that get done up? I've sort of kind of got all this stuff in the way. I'm wondering if I can drop this down. That'll give me a bit more room as well. Ooh, that there could be another issue. Look at that. That is just fully cracked. Cool. That is another hose to replace. Just need it loose enough so that I can undo it by hand. That's all we need. How to get this turbo to wiggle off. Although the studs for the manifold look shorter, so we might be able to get the manifold off, slip that out, and then the turbo can just stay there. We're going to give that a go first. We're finally on to the last couple. That one wasn't even tight. Ha! Oh, good. After a lot of wrestling, we got a very heavy manifold off. That doesn't look too bad. This one, well, I mean, there's one piece. There's another piece. And there's the rest of it. Now we got a fun task of trying to get these nuts out. Although, to be fair, a lot of these don't look too bad. Because if I don't have to do that, I would rather not. They all look pretty good. I think I'm going to leave those in. I'm just going to put the new nuts on. Just to block all these off, I've got myself a little Scotch pad. Give it a good rub. And not have to worry about getting any crap into there. Get ourselves some black, and then we're gonna hit it with some clear after. Multi-layer steel gaskets here, better than those rubber things that we had before, but those will be sweet. That way. Cool. Those are some turbo seals, so our oil feeds for our turbo. None of those seem to be leaking, and I don't want to have to deal with having to get that turbo off. Our next one is the manifold to turbo, but that comes on when we actually put our manifold back on. And then this is our downpipe gasket, which I can just do at some other point when I actually do some exhaust stuff. Yeah, these hoses feel pretty dry and crusty. But I have the manifold in the oven now because this is to cure it at 200 degrees. Once it's done, you can bring it out, chuck it on. Hopefully there's enough light to still sort of see what we're doing. This thing is cured and dried and cool again. If we can get it to wiggle on, that would be lovely. Some fresh nuts. Who would have thought a couple of bloody manifold gaskets? Such a pain in the ass. But turbo is good to go back on. People who actually like working on these, I want to know why. Because everyone craps about how hard it is on Subarus. This is can't even put a damn socket in there because it doesn't bloody fit. Damn GoPro is a pain in the ass. I've already parked the car in, but it pulls so smoothly now, and there's no more weird squeaky sounds. I don't know if you heard that squeal. That squeal is our concern. I have to take it out. I have to take it out again. We gotta go. I gotta show you. I don't have much light in here, so you just sort of got to deal with not being able to see much. yeah, that squeaky sound is gone. Now we've just got some turbo noises. It pulls so smoothly through the whole rev range now, whereas before it'd sort of stutter a little bit and then it would go. Now it's just a nice clean band of power. That is that is ridiculous how much just like one gasket. Although to be fair, there was that cracked hose as well to the boost's port thing, so that could have been having an effect on the power as well. I'm so pumped on that. That's worked out so good.